Refurb magic. On today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 10 key people you need in your power team if you want to get into property and start doing refurbs. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm Simon. I got into property 3 years ago and have since built £2 million plus property businesses. If you like things property, if you want to know more, do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you get notifications, and comment below with any questions or ideas you may have for future content. So let's get into today's video, the 10 key people. And when I started, I had no knowledge of refurbs. I had no experience. I can't even put a shelf up still today. I don't touch anything. I remember on my first ever refurb, I thought I would try and paint some like fresh plaster and was messing it up. And to be fair, my shoulder's not recovered since. So leave it to the experts, leave it to the pros, and I'm gonna break down exactly who you need. So number one, you're going to need a plumber, right? And I'm not talking about Mario and Luigi. I swear Luigi was a plumber. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody who can do all your first fix and second fix plumbing. That's the central heating system. That's your boilers. That's going to be your gas certs. And that's going to be the bathrooms as well. Like, you know, fitting your bathrooms and making sure that all your plumbing is sorted. Now, word of advice on plumbers, you need to try and get somebody that's really reputable and really experienced. And I recommend getting somebody that you know that's worked with somebody else and that comes from recommendation, because the last thing you want to do, it's one of the worst things you can do, is do some big refurb and 2 weeks later have a leak and have to pull everything out. So make sure you don't rush this. Get yourself a plumber, get it on recommendation, and keep them really close to you. Number two is you're going to need a tiler. And that's going to be for your bathrooms and for your kitchens to make sure that your tiles are looking just right. And what's really key here is they're going to have to work together with your plumber. So if you can find a plumber and a tiler combination, that could be optimum. So at the moment now, I've got a team. He's a bathroom guy, plumber. He works with his tiler. They come in together, they work together, and they can work coherently. The last thing you want is a plumber putting a pipe somewhere or a tiler putting a tile somewhere that the other didn't account for. It can be an absolute nightmare. So try and get these people together or communicating. Get your plumber to recommend a tiler. Get your tiler to recommend the plumber that they would like to work with. Number three, electrician. And this is another serious one as well. You can't cut corners here, because this is going to be the foundation of the property. So you're going to want to find a good solid electrician that can do all your wiring. They can do any issues in terms of, you know, faults, anything not working. They can do your smoke alarms, your heat alarms. Particularly if you're doing a HMO, they can do your emergency lighting. Maybe you want to do some fancy lighting or a shaving point in a bathroom. They can do all that for you. So electrician, key. And not only are you going to need the electrician for the refurbs, but you're also going to need them to conduct your EICRs, which are now a legal requirement, and they are due for renewal every 5 years or change of tenancy. So once again, keep them close to you, you know, buy them a bottle of wine for Christmas and make sure you take great care of them. Number four, you're going to need a solid joiner who's going to handle all the woodwork inside the property, whether that be your fitting doors, kitchen fittings, your joists, boxing in, anything wood related, your joiner is going to be your guy. Next up, and this is another serious one, it's another big one, it can get super pricey, you're going to want to find yourself a plasterer, or better still, maybe even a plastering team. I'm recently working with a team, and about 5 of them come into the property and they smash out a whole house in a few days. It's absolutely mayhem. Calls me up, he says, listen Simon, I need a clear house. Is the house clear? I'm coming down. Comes down, bangs it out in 3 days. If you want that number, I'm not giving it you, because mine's too busy as it is. But you're gonna need a plasterer to skim your walls and set them up ready for some fresh painting and decorating. Once you've ripped off that horrible wallpaper, got your plastering done, yep, you guessed it, you're gonna need a painter and decorator, and they need to crack on. My painter and decorator, name's Harry. He's solid. He comes in, can paint all day, every single day, no issues, no messing about. And it's getting to the point now where he knows exactly where I want the feature walls. I just say, oh, I want a feature wall in here, and he will deal with it. Top tip here. Personally, I don't like to supply any materials because I haven't got the time. So what you want to do is set up an account with, the Johnstons or, a Deluxe, and just get monthly invoices, send your painter, go collect the paint, come back, crack on, no issues, no stress. And if you're in rent to rent, your painter is going to be your most frequently used trade, especially turning these around. So once again, get your wine out for Christmas. Once you've got your bathrooms, all your first fix, second fix, plastered, painted and decorated, the final little piece to the puzzle is flooring. And I might have to do another video exclusively on the order of works, because that's something that I've chipped up on time and time again. So in terms of flooring, we're talking carpets, we're talking LVT, vinyl, maybe shredding to make sure that the floor is level. Make sure you got yourself a wicked carpet guy. And my guy, he's amazing because he'll come round, he'll measure up the rooms, he'll have loads of samples in his car, I'll pick it there and then, he'll come back in a week, let himself in with the key safe and just get it done. So wherever possible, I'm trying to systemize this so it's not work for me. And that's really key. If you're finding this useful, make sure you subscribe to the channel for weekly content, and do me a favor, comment below. Let me know if I've missed anybody out, because I'm sure there's probably a sneaky one that I may have. Comment below. You may have noticed that there will be a bit of crossover on your flooring. If you decide to go for tiled flooring, that would be your tiler. If you decide to go for some hard flooring, sometimes your joiner might be able to do that for you. But I personally like my flooring guy. He does the shredding, he does the carpeting, he does the flooring, he does the LVT, he does everything. And tiling in rental properties on floors, it's a bit of a touch and go one, because you don't want to have to rip tiles up if something goes wrong with tenants. So they're the business end, but then there's 3 more that I just want to add to that, okay? Number 8 is a rubbish man, a man with a van. Now, some people like to go with skips outside, but me personally, I prefer a rubbish man. And the reason is because they will come, okay? They'll come, they'll grab all the rubbish, they'll take the rubbish, they'll dispose of the rubbish ethically, okay? Ethically, that's really key. If you're gonna use a rubbish man, make sure they are legit. And the thing is, some of the properties we've got are quite tight. So in terms of getting a skip on the road or getting the license from the council, it's just an extra step I try and avoid. So a rubbish man can be a really good hack. And if you're doing rent to rent, they're a great way of getting rid of old furniture and clearing the property up ready for the new. Number 9 is a handyman stroke maintenance guy. And this is going to be massively key once you've got the properties, if you're gonna, manage them yourself or wanna save money on your agency fees, but also in terms of just doing your rip out, so they can rip everything out of the property, and they can do the finishing touches as well. So, if you want mirrors up or pictures up, or final little bits need just tidying up, or the slight little bits that don't warrant you paying big bucks for a plumber or electrician, say, then a handyman could be a great hack to sort that out. And last but not least, as you develop and as you build up, or maybe you've just not got the time to be organizing all these trades, you may want to invest in a project manager to coordinate all the works. So I'm talking about contacting people, sourcing the trades, sourcing the materials, getting them on site, and creating an order of work so that everything's smooth and that you are hands off. Word of advice on this, it's gonna take time to find the right person. And even when you do find the right person, communication's key. You wanna still make sure you go down there from time to time, oversee things, and make sure that you're part of certain decisions just so you get the product that you want. So I hope that's useful. If I forgot anyone, comment below. I'm gonna do a follow-up video going into a bit more detail, and I might do some more content about what you need power team for rent to rent after the property is full in terms of managing it. But that's it from me. Don't wait 25 years, get creative, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.